What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we got some post-game takeaways from Michigan's dominant 30-3 win over East Carolina. Gonna be giving my post-game analysis on the game, plus key takeaways as J.J. McCarthy played a phenomenal game in Michigan's defense, basically pitching a shutout. Gonna be talking about all that and more in this video, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so Michigan beats East Carolina 30-3. Should have been a shutout. They were leading 30-0 until East Carolina kicked a field goal on the last play of the game to get on the board. Kind of sucks there, but the defense was incredible for Michigan. It only allowed 235 total yards for East Carolina, and a lot of that came against Michigan's backups in the fourth quarter. East Carolina had 132 passing yards and 103 rushing yards. Michigan on offense, they had a total of 402 total yards, 280 passing yards, 122 rushing yards, and it was obviously highlighted by J.J. McCarthy. He had a phenomenal game, went 26 out of 30 attempts for 280 yards and 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, played a phenomenal game. He made some amazing throws in this game without a doubt, and his 3 touchdowns were actually thrown, all 3 of them, to Roman Wilson. There were a lot of throws. J.J. McCarthy just put it on the money, and especially, I believe it was his last one to Roman Wilson, put it on the money over 2 defenders. Might have been one of the best performances we've seen from a Michigan quarterback in the season opener in a while. So J.J. McCarthy just shy of 300 passing yards. He obviously would have surpassed it if he played the whole game, but Michigan pulled him in the fourth quarter. But definitely a good sign for Michigan. J.J. McCarthy picking up where he left off last season. And then you talk about Roman Wilson, 6 receptions, 78 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Just put a phenomenal game wearing that jersey number 1. And Cornelius Johnson also had 71 yards on 5 receptions. Colston Loveland got his receptions with 4 of them for 57 yards. He had some good catches. There was one drive where McCarthy was definitely connecting with him a lot. Now, Tyler Morris didn't play. He has been banged up, so he's obviously the sophomore, and Darius Clemens is also banged up a little bit. He only got 1 reception for 4 yards, and he came up limping. So Michigan dealing with some injuries with their wide receiver core, but Frederick Moore, the freshman wide receiver, had 2 good catches for 18 yards. He has been catching eyes for Michigan in the offseason, and it clearly showed on the field. And as far as rushing, Blake Corum had 10 carries for 73 yards and a touchdown. Donovan Edwards, 12 carries for 37 yards. Didn't get that 1 touchdown. Michigan got stopped short right at the goal line. They would have went up 37-0, and that was really the last good drive from Michigan as they pulled all their starters and their backups went in. Davis Warren didn't really do too well. He only had 1 throwing attempt and didn't complete a pass at all. So Michigan backups didn't really do too much for them in the fourth quarter. The defense almost got that shutout. The starters were very good. The backups were, letting East Carolina drive down the field a little bit. But East Carolina, their defense, they did a very good job with stopping the run, as, Blake Corum, Donovan Edwards both didn't even surpass 100 yards. Michigan, just barely got to 122 rushing yards, and it was mainly just Michigan's passing game. East Carolina blitzed a lot, and I think they just pretty much sent the message to Michigan that, hey, if you're gonna, blow us out, it's gonna be through the passing game. But their defense did a great job stopping the run, and ultimately that just opened up the passing game for Michigan as they blitzed a lot. Let me know down in the comment section down below what your guys' thoughts were on the Michigan offense. I do want to talk about Michigan's defense, though. They were flying to the ball. In the first possession, the first series, they forced a 3-and-out. They were just stellar all game long throughout until the fourth quarter when the backups came in. But even the backups didn't allow a touchdown and forced them to a last-second field goal. They were without Will Johnson. He didn't play. He probably could have played, but it's just precaution for Michigan right now. Mike Samerstill, he had an interception in the first half. Great play there. He was, obviously good today. And Josh Wallace, the UMass transfer, should have had an interception. It was overturned, and it was the right call. It touched the East Carolina's receiver's hands as he was out of bounds, so that sucks, but that was a heck of a play, man. He literally had to reposition his whole body to come back, catch that ball, and he got both feet in. Just sucks that it did get overturned though, but it was a heck of a play by Josh Wallace. We also didn't see Rod Moore in today. Makari Page did play. He laid a really good hit on an East Carolina player who was shooken up after that, but Rod Moore didn't play at all today. He is a little banged up as well. Like I said, probably just precaution for both Rod Moore and Will Johnson. But Keon Sabb got the start in Rod Moore's place, like we talked about, and he had a pretty good game. Everybody on the defense had a good game, and Ernest Hausman, the linebacker, he had 6 total tackles for Michigan, 1 solo tackle. Junior Colson, Keon Sabb both had 5 total tackles and 3 solo tackles. Michael Barrett had 5 total tackles and 2 solo tackles. Jair Hill, the freshman, had 4 total tackles and 2 solo tackles. Jaden Hood had 4 total tackles, and obviously Mason Graham, Zeke Berry, Derek Moore, Braden McGregor, they were all in there as well with a couple total tackles. And there was no sacks for Michigan today though. Their quarterbacks, East Carolina, did a good job of getting away. Mason Garcia, he is a mobile quarterback. Alex Flynn also got playing time at quarterback for them. But Chris Jenkins, I know one play he was chasing the quarterback and almost got to him, but forced him to throw the ball away. They were getting pressure on the quarterback. They just got away from them, and they didn't record a sack today. Hopefully that changes though next game. But the defense was stellar. They stopped the run good, especially in the first half. The defense was stellar. Let me know what you guys thought about the defense. And I also wanted to talk about special teams for Michigan, as James Turner, our kicker, he missed 1 extra point, made a 50-yard field goal, which probably could have made it almost close to 60 yards. He had plenty of distance on that thing, and it was accurate. However, he did miss, I think it was a 52-yard field goal, and it was wide left. So a little bit of inconsistency from James Turner, but he did nail a 50-yarder, and Tommy Doman punted the ball pretty good for Michigan today. We did not see Alex Orji kick returning or anything like that. Jake Thal was kick returning and punt returning. Carmelo English also had a punt return. But Michigan beats East Carolina 30-3 in their opener. They didn't cover the spread, which sucks, and they should have had a shutout, but nonetheless, it is a win for Michigan. They are 1-0 now. Let me know what you guys' thoughts were on this game after Michigan's 30-3 win over East Carolina, obviously highlighted by Michigan's great defensive efforts. And it's a win for Jesse Minter as the interim head coach. JJ McCarthy post-game said that he just wants his coach back, Jim Harbaugh, and he obviously wore a free Harbaugh shirt during warm-up. So Michigan players supporting their coach, they want him back. But Michigan did a good job, coaches did a good job, and everybody without Harbaugh on the sideline. So a good win for Michigan. Let me know in the comment section down below what your guys' thoughts are. And other than that, that is going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. But we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.